still dark.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a worry.
There we go. A road. You got a road?
Yeah, I got a road.
Wow.
I got a non-letterbox road. Look at that. It's like watching TV.
Isn't it square? I mean, it's convenient because you can do other stuff down the sides. Bit of admin. If you're not totally gripped.
I'm going to go full screen. No, I'm going full screen because I want to watch a film and I want to watch people die. I think that's what films are for, isn't it?
I just get some distance from the horror. I'm going to leave my doc at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
And the movie file name at the top.
Oh, well, if that's the way you want to do it, I've gone full in.
Yeah. Wow, look at that.
Terrible capitalization.
Lowercase. Do you think people still respect that lowercase night?
No, not at all. You're right. Back in those days, they didn't really know how to do typesetting.
Speaking of those days, I mean, as a filmmaker, generally, when I watch films of a certain age, there is definitely an envy of, like, you used to be able to open a film like this. We've just had 3 shots of a car. Now it would be someone would want the grabber. Like, what's the thing that stops you from being able to switch off?
Yeah. Oh, if they made this film these days, it would be halfway through. We'd just see them deal with the zombie. And then it would be, how did this all begin? Let me take you back to the start of today. Car drives up a hill.
Yeah, you'd open with some 5-minute sort of one-take shot where society completely collapses.
Yeah.
Which I'm assuming happens in this film, which I have not seen.
I've not seen it for a long, long while. I mean, I didn't see it. I'm not that old that I saw it when it came out, but certainly when I saw it as a kid when I was trying to watch all the good stuff, but I didn't realise that car was terrible at taking that corner earlier. As a grown man, that bothers me.
They're just driving over the grass in a cemetery.
Okay. In America.
Satire there. There's some satire that is now leaving the frame. Something's happening. Now, so all I know is at some point a guy in glasses says they're coming to get you, Barbara. And sadly, I know the ending.
Right. Okay.
Very sadly, but we'll discuss that when we get to it.
They ought to make the day the time changes, the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
A lot of good the
I
extra
think she's
daylight
misunderstood
does.
daylight saving time.
Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Why do
As
they
with all
always...
movies of a certain age, I bet these two are like 18. Everyone looks 40, but
You know, I figure we're either going to have to move.
we're still in high school, Barbara. They have to sort of say how young they are.
She can't.
Otherwise you wouldn't know.
You know that she can. Is there any of that candy?
Okay. He's checking the old back seat there. What's...
No.
Look at this thing. We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looks like.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5
probably couldn't
minutes to
see what
put
the
the
guy
wreath
looked
on the
like.
grave and
What with
6
those
hours to drive
glasses.
back and
Burn.
forth.
Hey,
Mother wants to remember.
you're
so
on
we
fire.
trot
You've
200
not lost it in
miles
lockdown.
to
Been a
she
while.
stays at home.
We almost
Is that a
got
cross?
home,
Is he
alright?
carrying... You see, if this was a vampire film, it'd be over and done with in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Where's that garlic bread? In the glove box.
Ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen, we're coming back on
Product
the air
placement.
after an interruption due to technical problem.
You see, this is how you do it in a low budget thing. You just have it's the TV in the background. It's the New York has been, and then you just cut it off because you can't afford any of that.
I know how it feels, though, because after watching that many
Nothing wrong
Downing
with the
Street
radio.
briefings,
It's been the
as
station.
soon as they start giving me
Which row
updates...
is it in?
Click.
I'll find
Well, well
something.
done for trying. I just look at people's opinions of them on Twitter. That's how I stay in touch.
Because,
yeah,
yeah,
this-
your echo chamber must be right.
Yes, I'm thinking this film will be a nice break, but maybe not. Maybe not. It's prescient,
She's going for a week.
I'd imagine.
No one around.
Well, it's late. If you'd gotten up earlier.
Oh, look, I already lost an
Late,
hour's
she was
sleep
just
on
saying
the
how
time.
many hours of
I
daylight we
think you
get.
complain just to hear yourself talk.
So
There
he's
it is.
kind of hip. He's going to get it in the neck, isn't he? He's a bit too loose. His tie's too loose to live. He's such a rebel. He's got his tie quite undone.
And that cross is way too happy.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened to the one from last year. Each year we spend good money on these things. We come out here and the one from last year's gone.
Well, it's a miserable git, isn't he?
Flowers die.
Yeah.
The caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah, a little spit and polish. You can clean this up. Sell it next year.
No, it's American
How many times
business
have you bought the
opportunity
same
for you.
one?
Yeah. Yeah, you see, he's a cynic. So because he doesn't like wasting money on flowers, he deserves to get his his spleen eaten, I'd imagine.
Or at least get his tie leveled up. What is... He's...
And some pens.
Dude.
What a hipster. I mean, if you saw him now, he'd look quite cool. He's just sort of David Byrne Kraftwerk look going on. Oh, some close-up lightning. You've got a big extension lead to get a light under the tree.
Oh, it's going to chuck it down. Time to put one glove on.
Yeah.
But not in that shot. Nope.
Now, that's quite a good choice. Reminds me of It Follows. That's a good movie.
Hey, I mean, pray
Sort of
is
seeing
for
a scary
church,
thing
huh?
from a great distance rather than it just jumping out on you in close-up.
I haven't seen you in church lately.
Just to make sure there's... Yeah. You don't want any suspense. That's what I think about film.
Do you remember
Those gloves are
one
the only
time
thing
when we
filling
were
me with
small?
apprehension.
It was from right over there. I jumped out at you from behind the tree, and Grandpa got all excited, and he shook his fist at me, and he said, "Boy, you'll be damned to hell."
Where was your grandfather from?
Right over there.
You'll be damned to hell, hey!
He said,
It was
"You're
either
gonna be
Dracula
scared."
or Jackie Mason.
Johnny,
You'll be damned to hell,
Still
wasn't it? Hey, blah, blah, blah.
stop it now. I mean it.
Oh, she's getting upset. What's he doing?
Yeah. He hates his granddad so
They're
much. Why does he
coming
still
to
wear all his
get you,
clothes?
Barbara.
Oh, sick burn.
Stop it.
Coming to
You're
get you,
ignorant.
Barbara.
They're
There we
coming
go. So
for
now-
you, Barbara.
Yeah, I've seen this shot.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you.
Oh,
Look,
There's
there
one.
comes one of them now.
oh, he's
He'll
right.
hear you.
He doesn't know
Here he
he's
comes
right.
now. I'm getting out of here.
I mean, what is he thinking at the moment? I'm just going to use this drunken homeless person in my little play acting.
Yeah, he won't mind.
Oh,
She really let him come right up to her there. 2 meters, dude.
that's not your wrestler zombie, is it?
2 meters, you liberal snowflake. They always get the teeth in the neck there, or the shoulder area.
Oh, pulling
no
his
glasses.
glasses off, that's a dick move.
The zombie should put them on to give himself the upper hand. Punch him.
That's why he's got the gloves on. Come on. Uh-oh.
Oof. Doof.
Oh, I didn't realise that's how zombies work, because I always wondered how do they get the brain from the skull, which is quite a difficult bone to break. And you just got to do it like a
Yeah.
coconut. You just got to find like a sharp edge.
Well, this is very early zombie lore. I don't think zombies eat brains yet. I think that's in one of the sequels. Like, he's not very slow either. He's like 28 days later. He suddenly remembered how he used to run when he was alive.
Yeah.
No time to get the shoes. Go. Leave them. Okay.
I mean, he's not that fast. I know what you mean. He's not a slow, shuffling zombie. The only thing slowing him down is he seems to walk with his knees together. He needs a wee.
He just looks a bit frightened. I hate you, butler. He's got that look on his face. Just a couple of teeth missing.
Yeah, it's all in the sleeve. That's the thing with
Yeah, I
zombie
guess-
work. It's all in the sleeve.
Yeah, rip one. Go down Oxfam and rip the shoulder of one. Oh, he's quite resourceful.
Yes, that's the same level of planning that apparently rooks and crows can use.
Yes, he's a Corvid level. Corvid-19? Sorry, no. Forget that. Get rid of that. That was a terrible pun.
Oh, God.
Yes, he can use tools. So it's like fighting a blackbird or a raven. Oh dear, now he's forgotten how to run. Good.
So she
But it's
couldn't...
definitely scarier if they can chuck a brick through your window. I mean,
Yeah. She can and understand the concept of doors, which means they're
Yeah.
at least velociraptor level. So,
yeah.
what was the deal there? That she couldn't start the car, but just let it roll. Steering lock. Oh, it's always the steering lock that gets him.
I think so. I maybe wasn't paying enough attention to see how she got the car started, but she's now wrecked it, sort of.
Yeah. Running through the
But
woods
I
in a
admire
flash.
their low-budget resourcefulness. She dented the door, therefore ditched the entire car. Oh dear.
It is technically a write-off. That's the insurance won't cover it. That's the problem.
She's drunk. She's just scared. She's running away from the scene.
Coronavirus.
Yeah. This is my last recording. This is actually my dying wish, is to do this with you. Okay, it's a house. Go inside. Now, there should be greater horrors inside, but I don't think there are.
Doesn't understand how some doors are pull as well. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Pushed it and moved on.
Must be hard as a performer. It's always very hard to do something unmotivated, and a lot of damsels in distress over the years have been asked to sort of fall over a lot. She hasn't even got her heels on anymore. Oh, she's in. But yeah, that kind of just fall over as you run. Well, why? How? Just unmotivated. Just fall.
Okay. So there's
how would you? Sorry.
No, so I noticed a fruit selection. So
maybe that's what he's after. They can smell the grapes. Okay, she's in. Oh, nice silhouette. Nice lighting. Atmospheric.
oh yes, good knives.
Get
She's gone for
something.
knives. Good.
Get something without looking. I always think zombie apocalypse, gaffer tape a screwdriver in both hands. You can't drop it, and it's a good brain-destroying weapon.
Flathead, or would you go for the Phillips?
Definitely Phillips.
Yeah.
I am getting a bit of kickback from them, I should say. So, yeah, Phillips head screwdrivers, they're the ones. In a zombie apocalypse.
Are you being attacked by zombies? I'm available for the advert.
Not just a zombie, it's a Phillips head zombie. Okay.
In fact, we could do a JML thing where there's someone not beating a zombie and being killed by it in slightly less good colour.
Yeah.
But not anymore, with the new Phillips head.
Yeah, and they're sort of really clumsily fumbling with the flathead one and sort of shrugging like, no, I can't kill anything with these things.
Oh, this guy's going to get caught in the washing line.
It's definitely nighttime outside.
He's too tall. Wait a minute. No, he's too smart for the washing line.
He died hanging the laundry, and he's furious at it forevermore. So is she in a scary person's house? That's what interests me. Like, there's scary stuff on the walls, but we're not in a Texas Chainsaw thing. I mean, not that I've seen that either. But...
I think historical context, that's not scary on the wall back then. But these days, having
really.
dead animals all over the shop, it's frowned upon more.
Yeah, that would be quite rare.
But whoever it is, even if this house is a monster, he'll be happy that she took her shoes off before she came in.
Yeah. In this house. Oh, it's nighttime. It's nighttime, folks.
She was right about that daylight savings thing.
Yeah. Yeah, when it draws in, it really draws in fast. Ooh. Just stumbling. A lot of and sort of bouncing off the walls and I mean, how would you be in a zombie apocalypse? Because they say, fight or flight are meant to be the two responses. But I always worry I'd be... Ooh, wee. You do right to be scared of that. Just slump. So yeah, I always worried I'd be like one of those screaming goats and I'd just sort of lie down on the ground. I'd go to pieces so comprehensively that I'd just fall down.
But then, as many people who follow you on social media and the YouTube will realise you're great when it comes to effectively DIY filmmaking, just make it, do the makeup like you've already had your brain removed.
Ooh, yes. Well, I did a zombie once on myself, so I can look quite quite rotten and scary. It's all cotton wool and latex, and that's quite a good idea.
They'll look at you and see like an empty chocolate bar wrapper, as we would, as chocolate-eating humans.
Yeah.
And move on.
Yeah. Always rub yourself in rotten guts.
Yeah. Even if there aren't any zombies, just good for the skin.
Okay, what's he got? A crowbar.
Has he just
I
dialed
hope it's
one?
a Phillips crowbar.
Try this.
Has he just dialed one number, by the way?
Did you just dial one?
Is this how early it was that there are only like fewer than 10 phones?
Do you live here?
He wants to speak to the main phone, which is one.
Oh, she's not even warning him about it either.
No, I guess she's shocked. Mute.
Jesus.
Now that body, I think, should be animated, but it's too rotten, unless it's going to get up.
Yeah.
But I don't know if
Yes, where there's
this
some other
movie
people.
stretches to actual animatronic type stuff.
Maybe we better take some food.
Oh, I don't
I'll
know. The
see
knife
if I
by the
can find
blade.
some food.
Ugh. Scariest thing so far. Yeah, she's in shock, sort of. Or
She's really into door
drops
jobs.
some acid or something. What is she seeing? She's
Look
in
at
her own little...
Look at the planing on that. Oh,
Oh,
what's that?
that's some coving.
Uh,
Get used to seeing that stuff.
so has she caught it now?
Yeah, again, it's just sort of hold your head and look slightly regretful. I don't know.
Surely she can't
While the
call
man deals with the issue, you know. You just sort of clasp yourself and stand there.
What's happening?
Yeah, you can tell it is a different time. He's doing all the work and she's just holding something from the kitchen to make her feel happier.
Yes. As with all progressive movies, it gets some things right and some things still wrong. There's always more to learn. And they know how to trash a car.
Have you seen any more around here? I can take care of those two.
Oh, there's more than two. She's seen more than two.
I don't know.
Oh.
What's happening?
Please don't slap her. Not like that scene in Airplane. Putting boxing gloves on.
They're afraid of headlights.
They don't like light. That seems to be established.
They also don't like being
You
smacked
tell
in
him.
the head with a tire iron.
I guess they don't. My cheeks are flaky.
Moisturize.
Yeah. His contouring really got out of control just before he died.
Not a lot of splatter. I mean, look, if ever you're in a zombie apocalypse, don't wear a cream cardigan.
Yeah. Even the sounds are a bit dry, though. At least, you know, crush a melon or twist some celery or get some good scrunchy noises. Oh. He's just got
Looks
to.
like Frank Spencer. Leans around the...
All right. What are you doing?
Oh, that's
Again,
those-
she's been told just to sort of clutch her face in anguish.
Oh, yeah, she's not going to use the knife. What is she carrying it for, then?
Yeah, she's
Oh, no,
just
she
sort
put
of
it down.
holding her own cheeks. Oh, I didn't hear him. He's so stealthy.
Has he got a toilet roll on his arms? Oh, what a time to be converted to a zombie.
Ooh. Nice Dutch angle.
Dutch angle.
Yeah, when the camera's not on the level, when it's diagonal like that.
All right. Okay.
That's Dutch.
It's just, that's an offensive stereotype. Was he
It
got
probably
stuck?
is. It's probably based on their drunkenness. Ooh, that's a good hole. Oh.
Surely they can't catch zombieism just by touching the blood, because as we know in the year that we're in, you can't just catch coronavirus from touching blood. You got to
Yeah.
breathe it in or ingest it in some way.
I think if you did do a zombie movie where you change quickly after getting like a drop of blood on you, that would be a real challenge to the screenwriter, because they'd have to be in hazmat suits for the whole movie, pretty much. Yeah, just lean against. Are those glass panels? No, okay. That looked like a grab through. Thought they were windows.
And what she found on the floor. Oh,
Ooh wee.
now why is she walking towards the dead zombie with Action Man eyes?
Finish him off. He's what we call a practice zombie. He's partly immobilized, so get used to bashing some heads. Oh. They definitely reset the ones outside. They walk close to the house, and then when you look away, they sort of walk away again, and then continue approaching.
This is like the opposite of those. Oh, what's the names of the things in Doctor Who? The weeping statues or something. What are they?
Oh yeah, the weeping angels,
Weeping angels.
who can't move when you're looking at them.
Yeah. Every time you close your eyes, they're further away.
Yeah, it's anti-terrifying. It's the opposite of terrifying. What's that? Reassurance? It's comforting. Don't you dare blink, otherwise you'll be in less peril than you were before.
I've got something in my eye, and now it's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, if you've seen like World War Z, you know, really the peril with zombies is numbers. So if they had the budget, what you want is the house like covered in a pile of zombies. But I suspect we're not going to see that. Thank God you're here to explain to me about light switches. What should I do next?
No wonder she
You just sit down and hold your face.
No wonder she got such a big beef about daylight savings. Because up until today, as soon as it goes dark, she's knackered.
She's just been in the dark all this time.
Back with the knife.
She really caresses that thing. Oh, careful. Not to patronise, but you know.
Product placement.
Oh, yeah.
Screws. That's how you get the zombies.
Yep. Just attach them to a wall.
See if you can find some wood, some board, something about the fireplace, something we can nail this place up.
Gotcha. Okay. You see, we've got to be we've got to mock this thing, but he's got a plan.
Look, I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too.
But I'm not being a
But we
dick
have
about
to
it.
try to board the house up together. Now, I'm going to board up the windows and the doors. Do you understand? We'll be all right here.
You have to understand, I'm also very racist. It's a doubly uncomfortable day for me.
Now, I want you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place up. Do you understand?
No.
Okay? Okay?
I guess she's in shock. I guess if you're proper in shock, you actually don't quite know. You know, like people who laugh uncontrollably. And
Yeah.
I've never been in shock much. I crashed a go-kart once, and that made me burst into tears whenever I thought about it for about 2 days. That was weird.
How long ago was this?
About 30 years.
Oh, it's all
I'm
right.
over it now.
Now the little
But
hearth
I bent the
set.
axle.
The hearth set is an excellent source of weaponry against the zombies.
The poker.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
brush.
the poker has a little hook on.
Little brush. The
heavy-
heavy. In the eyes.
Yeah. Ooh. That's an excellent source of creepy music. Ooh. What is music? Is she from Earth?
Is that the
Show
plot?
me some more of this Earth thing called kissing.
I'm not an expert, but isn't leaving the doors filling the door safer?
Has he taken one down to nail it over another one?
Why are you on He's taken the front door off to block up the back.
Just to confuse them. Is this his front, his back? Huh?
He's got to swap them round.
Yeah.
Or actually just put them on the other way. So that it looks like you're trying to leave as you walk in the house. That's the last thing we want to do. Confuse the zombies.
Yeah. Write not on the welcome mat to make them go away.
Oh, that's the kind of wood that will really hold down something. Well done.
Yeah.
Bring out the kindling.
Now, how tactful is he going to be, or is he just going to get cross? We're not making steaks! We said in the cemetery they're not Dracula's!
He's carrying a door, and she's got that. Ew.
We ain't toasting marshmallows here, baby. Is there anything else I can do to be of use?
Can I pull this off the door for you? Damn it. Kitchen roll.
Don't worry, I've set fire to the house, so there won't be a house for them to invade.
You need a longer nail than that through a door, don't you?
I thought you were going to say we need a longer sequence of them hammering this door over the other door.
We did a jaunty montage of them doing all the work.
Yes. Gonna take money, a whole lot of spending money. And they're there like sawing things and so like this? No, shrug.
Some nails. Pick out the biggest ones you can find.
There we go, keeping it busy.
There we
That's
go. Some
terrible.
time's passed. Ah, that's what I needed. A
Very
dissolve.
secure.
Probably 5
After
minutes
we can
later.
run in here and board up the doors.
But that is not going to keep anyone out at all, is it?
Be
What's...
long for those things to be back pounding their way in.
Look, I've never tried to board up a house, but that looks like a right mess.
I've always thought that about boarding up. Like if you, because of where the nails are, if you push from the outside, I don't know.
If only this table was made of wood. But no, you just brought me those twigs in.
Then what would they play Scrabble on? Think.
You know a place back down the road called Beekman's? Beekman's Diner?
Product placement.
Yeah, they just have to mention. He's going to say the pies there are incredible. Anyway.
That's where I found that truck I have out there. There's a radio in the truck.
I always wanted to get married.
I jumped in to listen to it. And a big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road. Well, there must have been 10, 15 of those things chasing after it.
Wow.
Grabbed
Those
and holding on.
things, so we don't get zombie. They're walkers, they're biters, they're deadies.
I could just see that the truck was moving in a funny way. Those things were catching up to it.
She's not a great listener.
No.
Right across the road.
Sorry, what?
Slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself. It went right through the guardrail.
What's she have a look for there? She's swapped a knife for some sort of a
I guess
small sheet.
the driver must
Yeah,
have
tablecloth.
cut off the road into that gas station by Beekman's Diner.
Beekman's Diner for great dining.
Went right through the billboard, ripped over a gas pump, and never stopped moving.
And you know, there were all sorts of families in there, and they all look like they're having a great time.
Didn't know if the truck was going to explode or what.
Because I was too busy eating my Bateman's pie.
Still, you're the man.
And it's Tuesday, so they're 2 for 1.
This thing is just backing away from it.
You're right, they do move away.
I looked back at
Yeah.
the diner to see if
That's their
There was
main
anyone
weapon is
there who could help
confusion. They run right up to you and then just go, whoa, and just walk
that's when
off
I
again.
noticed that the entire place had been encircled. There wasn't a sign of life left except
The living ones. She is bored shitless.
I heard it was screams.
She's actually got earbuds
Realized
in,
that I was
listening
alone.
to a workout mix.
50 or 60 of those things just standing there.
You wouldn't believe what I saw. It was so big budget. 3 jet fighters crashed into the White House.
Started to drive. Just plowed right through them. They didn't move. They didn't run or
You didn't plough hard enough.
just stood there staring at me.
Yeah.
Just wanted to crush them.
Now, is she sitting in front of an unboarded up window?
So that we can hear the
Scattered
outside
through the air like
crickets.
Bugs.
Well, those are undead crickets, so you'd have to destroy their
We were
little
riding
heads.
in the cemetery,
Oh, here we go.
Johnny and me. Johnny,
He's thinking, oh, she's got a boyfriend. Damn it.
Yeah.
we came to put a wreath.
This
on
Johnny
my
of yours, is he
father's
dead?
grave.
How is he these days? Is he...
You say your father, not our
And
father.
he said-
Not your brother then. Well, that's a shame.
Can I have some candy, Barbara?
Barbara.
We're going to see him, aren't we?
We didn't have any.
Just
He'll have
got
the-
clonked on the head, but I reckon he's going to turn up as a zombie.
He'll have the glasses on again, but just not on one ear.
Oh,
Eric Morgan style.
it's hot in here.
He'll still have those pens in his pocket, but he won't quite remember what they're for.
Look at she's getting undressed and he's thinking, boyfriend.
And he said, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
late.
well.
Why did we start so late?" And I said, "Johnny, if you'd gotten up earlier, we wouldn't be late."
It's not the best story, is it?
Johnny asked me if I were afraid.
The new Peter
And I
Ustinov.
said, "I'm
The
not
anecdotes
afraid,
just keep
Johnny."
coming.
Even the look on his face is like, oh, I
And
think I
then
preferred it when she didn't
This
speak.
man started walking up the road. He came
I thought I didn't like it
slowly,
when you were in shock.
And Johnny
but
kept
now,
teasing me and
oof.
saying, "He's coming to get you,
It's going to be a
Barbara."
long apocalypse.
And I laughed at him and said, "Johnny, stop it."
Yeah, so I think Johnny shows up, and we
ran
finally
away.
realise why he's got those 2
And
pens, because she takes them out of his pocket and
went up
jabs
to
them in
this
his
man.
eyes.
And I was
They're
going to
propelling pencils,
apologize.
and she just clicks them slowly.
Why don't you just keep calm?
She's like,
And I
that's
looked
big
up.
biros for you.
Big
I said,
biros
"Goody."
for
There
all
is a
your
lot. It's
biro
like a
needs.
Sony movie. There is so
And he
much product
grabbed
placement
me.
in this movie. They're going to be eating Pringles and Papa John's pizza.
And he ripped at me.
The next scene's got to be the guy taking the stuff down from the window, being like, "Sod this."
Yeah.
Oh, I screamed, Johnny!
Looking out at them, they seem happier than I am right now, so I might go and join those guys.
And he wouldn't let me go. He ripped. And then Johnny came and he ran and he.
I mean, it's always the way. When you tell a story later, you embellish it, and this is all embellishment. We saw it. This did not happen.
Yeah. They must know we saw it.
She's in
She's
shock.
like, there were 7 of them. So anyway, all 12 of them came at me, and when I'd killed 15 of them using some pretty badass kung fu moves, I ran really, really fast. But I looked really cool. I didn't cry or anything. And I chose to take my shoes off. I didn't just drop them and keep running.
Better go out and get him.
I just didn't like the shoes. So sue me.
We have to go out and get Johnny.
Okay.
He's out
Good
there.
luck.
Nah.
Please, don't you hear me? We've got to go out and get him. Please, we have got to go get Johnny. Please help me. Please.
Don't you know what's going on out there? This is no Sunday school picnic.
Don't you understand? My brother is alone.
Is there
Brother.
a slap coming?
So it is a brother.
No.
Now he's back in the
Brother.
game.
Brother is not dead.
My
Why did she say my father? Our, surely.
Because she's a narcissist.
Oh, whoa. That was a punch. I mean, she started it, but that was a doof.
And that was a real
Whoops.
slow feint. Or knockout, technically.
Yeah. Ding ding.
Knockout, not as in a technical knockout, I think.
Round 2.
And
Honestly, officer, I hit her and then she fainted. The two things were in no way connected.
oh god, so he knocks her out and then starts undressing her. This is not the film I agreed to watch. I didn't realise.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Got to loosen that raincoat. It's cutting off the blood supply to your calmness valve. Okay, let's hear some more outside world. Come on.
This is hot.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network.
See, that's the
hookup,
problem with radio.
keeping
There's too many
informed of all
stations.
developments.
Yeah.
This hour,
Hundreds in that area. They're not going to get a
And
show.
yet you'll
like
find they're
there
all
is an
playing the same
epidemic
stuff.
of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins.
You're like, oh, just want
Murders are
some
taking
easy
place
listening,
in
for
villages,
God's sake.
cities, rural homes,
This isn't
and
going to calm me down.
no apparent pattern or reason for the
And,
slaying.
and boy, do I
Seems
know
to
the
be a
feeling.
sudden general explosion of mass homicide.
It's like, I don't want to hear more about this.
Descriptions of the assassins. Eyewitnesses say they are
It's,
ordinary.
I mean, to be fair, if you were given the job as an actor to have to knock some nails into a board, I'd screw it up. That was real good nail work.
Yeah, he's handy. I've always wanted to trash a room. Just to really go ape and really like, was it Arthur from EastEnders? To wipe all the stuff off a mantelpiece.
Yeah.
Or you just like cut a sofa in half with a chainsaw, you know, just really be given license to trash a place. When he was smashing up that dining table, I was thinking, oh, that's fun. What's he doing? He's building a fire very frantically. Is that an emergency type thing? What's happening?
Oh, they're afraid of fire. Because when
He's freezing.
well, he's supposing that they're afraid of fire, but he worked that out by burning one of them. And to be fair, I'm not afraid of fire, but if you walk out with a human on fire, I'll probably think twice about coming near you.
Yes. It was established. Oh, not in the... Oh, dude.
Is he going to trick them into sitting down? That old trick.
One at a time, please.
He's pretending to be a barber. This is exactly what Bugs Bunny would do.
Yeah, he's about to put on an enormous moustache. Hey, senor. A good shaver for you.
Right down.
Not to make any attempt to get to their homes.
Okay.
However, in spite of this urging and warning, streets and highways are
One thing I love about low-budget films is how dangerous everything looks. Like that tussle in the graveyard earlier on, like the not very choreographed fighting that just looks kind of raw and scrambly. When he
Yeah.
banged his head on that grave, I thought, did that really happen?
We'll use it. Keep rolling.
Yeah, just keep rolling. If you go on fire, just work it into your performance.
Why did he chuck the stick in with it? So maybe it burns longer, but you've just lost even more wood.
Yeah.
I didn't
So,
get you any
yeah, so-
popcorn, by the way, but I did get me some.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Did you bring provisions?
No, I just got a cup of tea. I prepared by not having socialised with anyone for several months and eating a huge amount of pasta, so I'm absolutely in tip-top condition to be an entertainer. If I'm a performer anyway, I don't know what I am. I'm just a hermit.
I don't know if I've got agoraphobia. It could have developed. I'm not going to find out for months.
Pretty weird when you go out there. It's pretty weird.
Uh-oh.
Oh, uh-oh.
Because
The
that's
language of cinema. We both knew to go uh-oh because it zoomed in on an understairs cupboard.
if they put that little latch across, they'd have it sorted.
He's thinking, these are real wood doors. I'm having this one. Strip that. That's probably oak under there.
This news as it develops. We urge you to stay tuned to radio and TV and to stay
He hit me.
indoors
He's the
at
real
all
enemy.
costs. Late reports reaching this newsroom tell of frightened people.
This is John, not a zombie, reporting. The zombies are your friends. Approach them with your hands behind your back.
Brain first.
Yeah.
What's he doing there? Has he just nailed a door on top of the door?
I guess so.
double-doored
He's
it.
just doing all he can.
It's like a 60-minute makeover, this film. Peter Andre's going to turn up and ruin it.
That's a good idea for a zombie. You know how Dead Set was zombies attack Big Brother? Zombies attack Ground Force. Or changing rooms. Yeah, I want to see how Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen fares in exactly the same circumstance.
A zombie film where you want them to get eaten. I like it.
Yeah, it's not very long. Because they're not very competent and you want them to get eaten, so after about 10 minutes it's just... Oh well.
So now he's found the shoes and he's thinking, she's lying, she lives here.
Yeah. Women's shoes? I've got a killer. Ooh,
So I can go.
now I'm thinking at least one of the zombies outside lives in this house.
And still has
So
the keys.
who has the legal right to come inside? Well, I don't think they can use keys, but that would be a reason to come back, you know.
Because they'd
They're
forgotten
my
some stuff.
shoes.
Eastern portion of Texas. Similar killings have been reported around the Houston and Galveston areas, but
Now they're not going to talk
Found a
again.
gun and some bullets out there.
Well, they did have a disagreement.
I think if ever you hit someone, the next words you say to them shouldn't be, I found some bullets out there.
So mind how you go.
This place is
You
boarded
watch
up
your
pretty
tongue.
solid now.
That
We gotta be
window.
all right here for a while.
Windows, for God's sake.
We have a gun and bullets.
Quick, knock another window out and put it up against it.
Sooner or later, someone.
What,
Bob, we
double
covered
glaze the
this up.
house?
He's double-doored.
It's cold in here. I want a zombie's head to just drop down the chimney. Oh no, that fireplace just has a radiator in
Yeah,
it.
that's us. We're doing
Well, that's
all right.
okay.
She is fuming, mate.
Oh, it's because she hasn't got any lines.
I don't know if you're here.
She's not performing, that was
I'm
just a
going
shot of
upstairs
the
now.
actress.
If anything should try to break in here, I can hear it from up there. I'll be down to take care of it.
Good luck. But don't come with me at all.
Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later. But you'll be all right.
Yeah, of
for
course you
now,
will,
okay?
mate. No, every builder says that.
Okay.
She's got a proper bruise too. I mean, that was a... Oof.
Civil defense
I understand the
officials in
tension.
Cumberland have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers.
Whoa. That guy was a bit calm.
Look, she tried to send a message, write a message with her face on the wall.
Yeah. Please take your shoes off before you come in.
And put them in the closet. Don't move her at all, then. No, come on, that's it. Yeah, can I say?
Yeah, chuck that tablecloth over at least.
She was a trip hazard at the top of the stairs. Now, I know there are bigger dangers in this film. But
We clearly saw her face then. She was not the rotten... That was just a bit of ketchup around the eyebrow area. That was not a skinless skull.
Consistent reports reports from witnesses to the effect that people who acted as though they were in a kind of trance were killing and eating their victims, prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the victims.
She's almost in a
Authorities in
trance.
Cumberland have concluded
Yeah,
that
God,
in
is this the
all
same shot
cases,
of her just
the
sitting, or?
killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered. Repeating this latest bulletin just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers.
Have you been devoured?
Medical
Hashtag
examination
cannibal.
of victims'
Hashtag
bodies
cannibal
shows
apocalypse.
conclusively that the killers are
Let us
eating the
know.
flesh of the people they kill.
Oh, I thought
And so
already
this
they've got the adverts
incredible
for
story
"Have you been
becomes
devoured?"
more
and
ghastly
it
with each
wasn't your
report.
fault. Call
Difficult to
now.
imagine such a thing actually happening, but these are the reports we have been receiving and passing on to you. Reports which have been verified as
She looking at
completely
her.
as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening.
Wait a
It
minute.
would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
Okay.
Did they come out the closet thing then? That room that was zoomed in on.
Oh, I guess so.
A radio.
A radio.
What is it?
We're from town. We're from town, see? We're townies.
Eaten by their slayers is true. No further details available at this time. However,
How long you guys been down there? I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar.
I did all the heavy lifting, and now you come up.
How are we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Sure, you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise.
You must know what a girl screaming sounds like with that face.
Kind of hard to hear
Yeah.
what's going on down there. We thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew, that could have meant those.
You've never been
things
around a
were
happy or
outside.
relaxed woman in your life. Look at you.
Well, if there were more, the racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on?
Yeah, fair enough. It was being ripped apart.
You just got finished saying you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe
his
place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, why don't we settle this?
I don't looks out for nobody but me, see?
Okay, we're here. Now,
I'm
I
sweaty
think
and
we all
bald. I'm the
got down
baddie, can't you
figures
tell?
before any of those things
His
kinda
posture
break.
tells everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of it. I'll be the few spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
Why are they trying to board
The cellar's
upstairs?
the safest
Do they
place.
think the zombies have ladders?
Can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood?
Yeah, I made that point.
Kids downstairs. The kids hurt.
Yeah. He could have been more constructive with his criticism, but
Yeah.
heat of the moment.
You want
It's
to?
not great.
You got to think about locking in joints, not just
With all this
tacking
work,
into the
we can
wall.
fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy. You know that? You got 1,000,000 windows up here. All these windows, you're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you they turned over our car?
Or maybe you got a terrible light car.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here,
But
this place is
are
going to
there?
get crawling with them.
I mean, I'll be impressed if they get quite a few.
Look,
There'll be loads of them, but it's going to look like that thing where one person has a big pole on their shoulders with 3 dummies either side.
Yeah.
but up here, all these windows. why,
Or just one person keeps going around the back of the camera and running past the front like they're a big long line of people.
There's no place to run
It's a bit when they'll break in through the door, they'll run straight into the kitchen and then 20 seconds later come back through the door
We can get out
Yeah.
of here if we have to.
with a hat
We
on.
got windows to see what's going on outside.
Yeah. Now, he's too bland to live.
If a rescue party did come,
Yeah,
The
he-
sort of Chekhov lead singer of the Monkees, the young lad who's going to be torn between right and wrong, he's going to go, isn't he? He's of no use.
Yeah.
he's right.
He's a red shirt, even in black
You
and
know how
white.
many's out there?
He also can't act to save his life.
Look,
Yeah.
you two can do whatever you like. I'm going back down to the cellar, and you better decide.
You tuck your t-shirt into your trousers, you deserve to die.
And I'm not going to unlock it again, no matter what happens. Now wait a minute, Mr. Cooper.
So his plan is, the argument right now is, do we stay up here and try and fortify it,
Think about this.
or do we go down to the cellar? And the argument is, if it all kicks off, we can go down to the cellar whenever.
Some things from up here.
Yeah.
So let's at least consider this a while.
Enjoy the sofa until it's time to go down to the cellar.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone can get what they want here,
Selling
really.
those things to get in the house you've had.
Maybe that's the
At
lesson
least
from
up
this
here you
film.
have a fighting chance.
guess if you... Yeah, if they get in, you can get out the back, or...
There's more than there were. There are a lot out back, too.
Uh-oh.
Oopsie daisy. That was rubbish.
That's because...
I believe there was the sound of breaking glass. I think.
Chop, chop.
Oh God. Ha, he. Oh.
Oh!
I won't like you doing that to that paper mache model of a hand.
Yeah, I mean, you say they're clever because they can use bricks. Grabbing at the end of a gun to stop it is not that clever. So their cleverness is somewhere between being able to use rudimentary tools and grabbing the end of a gun.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, is still, magpie level. They don't understand ballistics.
I feel like their cleverness is directly related to what needs to happen. Oof. Just stop shooting him in the chest. Come on, guys. Come on now.
So they've worked something out there.
Ooh, nice reveal. It's well lit. It's a well lit movie.
Oh, someone's got his shirt off. Look at that. Someone's proud.
Yeah. He's like, I'll do it if... Whoops.
Oh.
Hello. She should have a shower cap on.
Well, that's just no need for that.
It's an R. It's an X. It's I don't know what the American certifications are.
I think the classification for this film is titty.
It's a titty movie, see? Oh dear.
Gotta fix these boards.
An earwig or something.
You're crazy. Those things
If they can eat bugs, then why are they going to try and eat the bigger things that shoot them?
Go down in your damn cellar. Get out of here.
Oh, people are always the real enemy.
Leave her here. Keep your hands off her. And everything else that's up here, too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're going down the cellar, get.
The man's insane. He's insane.
The door is still openable.
We've got a right.
This is your house.
We've got a right.
Cellar versus
You going
house.
down there with him?
Well,
Yes or no? This is your last chance.
He
No
hasn't
beating
got a
around.
clue, has he?
listen, I got a kid down there. She can't possibly. I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all the racket and those things smashing through the windows.
Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that
You're her
trap, that's
father, I
your
assume.
business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you.
Ooh.
It's tough for the kid. Their old man is so stupid.
Yeah.
Now, get the
Wow.
hell down in the cellar. You can be the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
Be the boss of Stupidville.
Bastards.
You bastards. You're the boss of stupid
You know, I went over
doo-doo
this
head
road.
town.
I mean,
He's a bit scared of him. You can tell he's like, he's waving that thing, but
Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
I
wait a
don't
minute.
think we've seen our last punch in this movie. I think there's going to be more punching.
Yeah.
Come on up here, honey.
Oh, Judy exists. I thought that might be a lie. What is it?
And now the guy's going to be like, well, now let me think. Maybe we should all stay together. This crazy one's probably got a boyfriend. Well, that seems like a fair swap.
What?
If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places we can run to up here.
What, is he giving them his daughter so that he's allowed to go in the cellar?
All three of us were working together.
Confusing.
That can't be the daughter because he said the daughter's ill. Unless, the illness is some sort of contagious thing.
She's got the zombification.
She's been snacking on brains all day, see? That's why I got the bruise on my head.
Don't speak, ladies. Just have a Marlboro. Oh, there you go.
Safe now. It's boarded up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there, let them.
Now, the first question should have been, what about the toilet? Because I'm presuming you don't have one in the cellar.
Yeah. Did you get the food? Nope. Okay.
Yeah, but
I don't want to shout, and I'm under a lot of pressure,
Take any unnecessary chances.
but I do feel you could listen to me a bit better.
Do you think
This
smoking
is how
near
not to do it. This is a lockdown awareness video. Don't take it out on each other.
See, that tie is fine if she stands upright, isn't it?
She feels warm.
It's pinned to something.
If you're a sloucher, a tie clip is a bad move.
You should light 2 fags and give one to the daughter. Here you go, honey. This will relax you.
Let them stay upstairs.
So is this film an allegory of the class system or something?
Can get in up there.
I guess so. I mean,
See? When they come baby,
race
let them
hasn't
in
come
down
into
here.
it yet, which I think is a good thing.
Important, isn't it?
What?
To be
But I
right,
think it's
everybody else
going
wrong.
to.
What do you mean by that?
Because you could write that up a lot more, couldn't you? Like he could be, you know, calling the guy boy or saying, what are you doing nailing stuff to my house? And just like, I'm a full-on redneck, baddie, racist sheriff
Radio
type.
said to stay inside.
Radio?
But they haven't done that yet.
Radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what I'm doing.
What did it say?
Nothing.
She's right.
Nothing. They don't know anything yet.
What
Is
did
it
it
not their
say?
house?
Everywhere and people are
We own a radio? We've lived here for 25 years. Why don't you tell me?
What did he say? Oh, it said something about a 2-for-1 deal at Pies down the diner.
At Beekman's. Well, I do like Beekman's. It's good for all the family. Yes.
I mean, our kid ate there and now look at her, but see, it was cheap. So they're not getting on well, although by the looks of it, they have been washing their pants in the sink behind.
We may not
Yes.
enjoy living together, but dying together isn't going to solve anything. Those people aren't our enemies.
I'm already not happy in the marriage.
We found a television.
And a TV.
Let's go up. Tom,
We found a home cinema and some VR headsets.
if Judy would come downstairs for a few minutes,
Nice jump cut.
Carrie and I could come upstairs.
Why has it become like a hostage trade-off-y?
Will you do it?
Do you have any thoughts, Judy, or feelings? No?
Look, honey. Nothing's
Any
them
thoughts?
down there and us up here. Do this for me.
So what?
Well, the script doesn't say I do.
Okay, open up.
So they're sending Judy back down so the wife can watch Coronation Street.
Yeah. I'll trade you one Judy for some Richard and Judy up here. No, they're not on TV anymore. That didn't work.
But they did back then. I'm sure they were on it back then. When was this? In the 50s?
Yes, I believe so.
She's all right.
Thankfully, we've learnt from the social message of the movie, and everything's fixed.
Everything's fine.
Really sunk in.
I mean, they've really widened the cast wider than I thought. I'm not sure. There's too many people now. There's going to have to be a lot of deaths.
I think all the reveals in the movie are just going to be more. There's like another family in the bedroom. There's another family in the bathroom.
Oh, she's really into this doily business, isn't she?
I'm telling you, she dropped something just before this film started. She's staring at the rug.
I gotta go help Ben with the television.
The annual thing of going to their father's grave, dropping a tab, and chatting with him for a while.
And just laugh at your hands for a few hours.
And she's like, someone mentioned something about a TV.
Yeah. It feels good to sit in a chair again. Instead of on a stool, like an animal.
Awkward conversation time. Oh, that's it.
Yeah. Marlborough moment.
She's going to say something, and the blonde one's going to be like, start counting again. Oh, is she afraid of fire as well?
Don't you know that's bad for you?
I'm Helen Cooper, Harry's wife.
Like we care.
That line always works for me in tense. I just say, don't be afraid of me. I'm Helen
This place is
Cooper.
ridiculous.
And it just works every time.
There's a million
Oh,
good
you're Helen
spots up here.
Cooper. Right.
Give me one of those.
How has he just finished the other one? And again, I realise smoking is not the biggest threat here. Trip hazards
Yeah,
and smoking.
he's really going in. I'd be eating some very high cholesterol foods about now. Your priorities, well, as we know from the past few weeks, your priorities really
Can't
change.
see a damn thing.
Well, as soon as we stopped,
I was going to lose weight this year.
Yeah, so was that. But you know, as soon as we did the last episode, is that when you fell off the food wagon?
Why don't
no,
you
I'd
do something
fallen.
to help somebody?
I tried to. I mean, I know we didn't have to wear anything on the lower half for the last few Mac Report episodes, but yeah, as soon as we filmed that, I've not shaved since.
There's a socket over here.
No, you look good.
You can hear
Bearded.
it.
I did. As soon as we finished filming, I did a haircut.
You better watch this and try to understand what's going on.
I was using the grading comb wrong, so my wife saved me from just shaving the sides of my head
Is there
bald.
anything I can do?
Right. No, I've just.
Fixed it for me.
I'm not
If
even
you
watching.
stay up here, you take orders from me.
No.
And that includes leaving the girl alone.
It's on. It's on.
If I'd had to button up Brubaker's jacket, I would have had to be careful. Maybe not. I could have just slit it up the back.
Are not the results
They
of
can do it in CGI.
Mass hysteria. What do they think? We're imagining all
Well,
this?
they're watching the They Might Be Giants video.
all parts of the country. Wave of murder which is sweeping the eastern
This
third
is
of the nation
Devo.
is being committed by creatures who feast upon the flesh of their victims.
Well, tuck the
First
earpiece down the
eyewitness
back. Come
accounts
on,
of
mate.
This grisly development came from people who were understandably frightened and almost incoherent. Officials and newsmen at first discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, reports persisted.
On the background, doing a bit of work, isn't he?
Yeah. It's been like that BBC thing where someone was watching a sex scene from Game of Thrones on their laptop behind the
I think we have some late
news.
word of just arriving and interrupt to bring this to you. This is the
Developments?
latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. A widespread investigation of reports from funeral homes, morgues, and hospitals.
So
has
we've only
concluded
just
the
got that piece of
unburied
information.
dead are coming back to life.
It's probably a difficult piece of information to get to the news sources because anyone who's learnt it has probably just been killed.
Yeah.
You know, if we run a zombie apocalypse right now and I worked out the dead are coming back to life, I probably wouldn't email that, you know, do you have a story for us? Email stories@express.co.uk.
Well, you'd tweet it,
Civil defense machinery
but then we'd
has been
immediately have to hear
organized
from someone who doesn't
provide
think that the
rescue
dead are coming back to
stations,
life.
food, shelter, medical
The main
treatment,
thing.
and protection
Balance.
by armed National Guardsmen. Stay tuned to the broadcasting stations in your local area for this list of rescue stations. This list will be repeated throughout our news coverage. Look for
Rescue
the name of the
stations.
rescue station nearest you.
Sharon?
Make your way to that location as soon as
It's a very specific
We have that truck.
rescue
We can get
station.
some gas. We can get out of here.
There's a pump out by the shed.
Oh, I don't
that's
want to
why
be
I
a
pulled
rescue
in here, but it's
station,
locked.
Ted. Well, you gotta be, Sharon.
by the president. Since convening this conference of the presidential cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the CIA has not produced any public information. Why are space experts being consulted about an earthbound emergency?
Yeah,
So far,
very
all
good
speculating
question.
on the answer to that question centers on the recent
Back then,
Explorer
space
satellite
experts
shot
didn't really know
down.
much, though. So.
Yeah.
That satellite, you'll recall, started back to Earth, but never got here. That's the space
It's quite a
vehicle
trope
which
of zombie
orbited Venus
movies
and
that the
then
reason it's
purposely
happening
destroyed
is
by
never
NASA.
particularly
Scientists
important
discovered
or
it was
interesting.
carrying a mysterious high-level radiation
Is Shaun of the
with it.
Dead's
Could that radiation
like
be
28 days
somehow
later, I think you find out it's like a
responsible for
monkey-born
sail burgers and
virus, but
suffering?
like, who cares?
Newsman Don
Spores from
Quinn
outer
in
space.
Washington has posed those
It's
questions.
obvious our best
Yeah,
move is to
witchcraft,
try to get
don't
out of
matter.
here.
And you know, people believe what they want to believe. There is no way. If they had 5G masts back in 1958, whatever, there'd be a scene of one being torched right now.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the subject of the meeting.
You feel there is a connection between this and the phenomenon?
There's a definite connection. A definite connection.
In other words, you feel that the radiation on the Venus probe is
It's like watching Daily
caused
Brief,
these
isn't it?
mutations.
There was a very high degree of radiation.
Just a minute.
I'm not sure that that's
These new Bakelite phones, they give out a signal.
explanation that we have at this time.
In other words, it is
That's not very military, is it? Well, now you just wait a minute. See,
I can't speak for the entire military at this
Just
time.
leave me alone. Go on now.
I must disagree with
the blind guy in the background.
presently until this is irrefutably proved.
Everything is being done that can be done.
We'll have to hurry for our next meeting.
Professor, you feel that there is a definite connection
Quite
between
good
the
acting.
connection as far
I
as
believe
the
this
color
reporter
of the
in the
cell.
checky shirt, the tallest guy, is the checky jacket, is George Romero.
Was the,
He's our
was the
director.
satellite
Oh, really?
when the satellite was exploded?
Yeah.
Usual amount of radiation, enough to cause mutation under certain circumstances.
Did they do it back then just because they couldn't afford more actors?
It does seem to have a bearing.
Probably ego.
Will there be a
That's what I'm in things.
Later. You're welcome to reply.
Yes.
Later this
I don't think
afternoon.
Hitchcock needed someone to walk across the back of shots, walking a little dog very ostentatiously.
Perhaps there will be a report. Later.
We are doing everything.
Peter Jackson doesn't need to pop up as an orc. But that makeup just looks like fun.
If that film with one fewer orc would have been terrible.
Yeah.
We've heard all we need to know. We have to try to get out of here.
He said the rescue
Yeah, you see what I mean? All that stuff
station
about what's causing it, and is it a satellite? And it all just feels like filler. It's B-plot. You don't. Who cares?
Yeah.
On space science and technology.
Willard. I saw a sign that said Willard.
It's only about 17 miles from here.
You see, I want them to get to Willard Medical Center
Judy
at
and I are
great
both from
cost,
around
and they get there, and it's just
We were on
a
our way to the
blaze.
lake to go swimming. Judy
You
had
know,
a
you
radio,
get to
and we heard
the
first reports
supposed
about this.
safety at the end of
So
Act
we knew the
2,
old
and it's
house
just a
was here, and we
wreck.
came in and found the lady upstairs dead.
Sharon's on fire as
Then
well.
these other people came.
Sharon's
We
running
went down
around
into
on
the
fire.
basement and put a bar across the door, and it is pretty strong.
How could we possibly
There's no one
get away
thought,
from here?
like,
We've got a
we have
sick
the
child,
latest piece of information, the dead are coming back to life, and they've got one upstairs.
and the place is surrounded.
They don't want to go and chop her into bits first?
Yes, why is she? When's she going to pay off? She's like Chekhov's gun. If you're gonna show us a corpse at the start of a zombie movie,
Yes, we have some answers.
when's it going to happen?
But first, let me stress the importance
And it's always the
of
way, the
seeking
first
medical
zombie to come back to
attention
life,
for
it takes
anyone
like an
who's
hour to
injured
do
in
it.
any way.
By the end of it,
We don't know yet
if the zombie
what
licks you, you'll turn
complications
like
might
that.
result from such
Yep.
How bad has your kid been hurt?
Oh, she's been hurt.
Look, you go down there and tell Judy. Yeah, you tell Judy to come up here and you stay with the kid, all right?
How much zombification are we talking here?
Terrible if he did the, is she, or is she the full,
Cadaver from which all four limbs had been
insensitive to
amputated.
the zombie.
Sometime early this morning, it opened its eyes and began to move its trunk. It was dead, but it opened
An
its
elephant?
eyes and tried to
An
move.
elephant zombie.
Watch upstairs.
Zombie animals.
They go from eating peanuts to eating walnuts because they look like brains.
I don't
Yeah.
understand. Baby.
I'm here for all that.
Yep.
The greatest film would be All People versus All Animals.
I'll come back to
That's the great, whether they're zombies or not.
Thank you, Judy.
Man versus
The body
beast.
should be disposed of
That
at
would also be the
once,
sequel to
preferably by
Birds,
cremation.
and sequels never work. That'd be the problem with it. It'd be like, okay,
Yes, the sequel was just called Animals.
It's only a matter of minutes.
just called
Well, like
everything but
Aliens, the sequel is called The Birds.
No, you're right. It doesn't give them time to make funeral arrangements. The bodies must be carried to the
cats.
street and
God, this is a
burned.
bit on the nose, isn't it, given
They
what
must
we've
be
been
burned
through?
immediately. Soak them with gasoline
Yeah.
and
Talking
burn
about
them.
that we can't have funerals.
The bereaved
You've been
will
stitched
have
up
to
here.
forego the dubious comforts that a funeral service will give. They're just dead flesh. And
I mean,
dangerous.
we don't say it like that.
He's going to lose some votes.
You've got a bigger argument. With a funeral, given that the dead are coming back to life and attacking, is the last place you want to be.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a big can of kerosene down there.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll look for the bottles.
You've got to put a bike
There's a
chain
big
around the
key ring
coffin.
down there. Or maybe a key to the gas pump on it.
I'll check.
We can toss the cocktails from a window upstairs. Meantime, a couple of us can go out and try to get the gas and come back for the rest of the people.
But that'll leave a door open someplace.
Yep.
That's right. It better be this door. It's closer to the truck.
As a balding man, how are you feeling that, I mean, me too. The our kind is being represented here.
There's a key on here that's
I'm used to it by now. There are,
We recently watched the American Sherlock Holmes show, Elementary,
yeah.
and every single like creepy, weaselly, sort of lying, or like pervert, voyeur, kidnapper, they're all sweaty, slightly overweight, like Hollywood overweight, balding men.
Yeah. Well,
Every time.
whilst on one level I'm offended that bald men are portrayed in that way, I'm also offended on behalf of the sweating voyeurs.
After you toss the cocktails, toss them back down and lock it.
They're not all bad people.
It's no good to board it up.
And some of them have a lovely full head of hair. So they deserve better treatment.
Gas and get back into the house. Then we'll worry about getting everybody into the truck.
But yeah, I mean, what with finding out that bald men are at greater risk of COVID-19, that's,
What, really?
yeah.
Wow. You see, I've been staying away from the news. I've hammered planks over the TV. Is that true then? Does it just get into your scalp?
It must be that the hair somehow stops it. No, it's testosterone. So if it ruins our immune system or something, I don't know.
You
Yeah.
always have a smile for me.
I'm saying you're an hour and
You
stuff,
smell
but
like that all the
as anyone who looks closely, my hairline is receding towards the back of my neck.
Well, try and cling onto it for at least the next year until we've got a cure for coronavirus.
Exactly.
I'm thinking of buying a wig just to try and get through it.
Yeah.
All you get is a recorded message.
If I could only call the folks.
Now he's moaning about
Wouldn't be so
automated
worried
phone
about
systems.
us.
Again, bigger fish to fry.
Everything will be all right.
Yeah.
As soon as we get to Willard, we'll call them. They might even be there.
He's definitely combed his hair at some point during this action.
More than she's done.
She's not. Meow. Someone's ripped
Are you
his sleeve.
sure
It's the end of the
we're doing
world.
right thing, Tom?
What about getting out of here?
Yeah.
Well,
So I want to do a
television
remake
says
where you
right.
gender swap all the
We've got
roles.
to get to a rescue station.
I
So
don't
the
know.
dudes just don't
You're
speak
starting to
much.
sound like Mr.
Yeah.
Cooper now.
See how vocal
Why do you
the
have to
male
go out
performers would
there?
be about how they haven't got any
I know
lines.
how to handle that truck, and I can handle.
How are you
the
going to
pump.
have the bald
Ben doesn't know
women?
anything about that stuff.
It happens.
But we're
Yeah.
safe.
But wouldn't you feel
How
cruel
long, honey? We're safe now.
portraying the
It's
evil
gonna be
character
more
as someone
than
suffering from
things.
alopecia?
I
What
know
would
all
she
that.
be? She wouldn't be bald, but she'd be sort of mumsy. She'd be like unacceptably old and maybe half a stone overweight,
When we had the big flood.
which in Hollywood is just
We
like, you know,
this called
a
it
wreck
was
of a
For us to
person.
convince you that it was right to leave.
Or Kathy, Kathy
Remember-
Bates or something. So
remember we had
quite
to go to
prime,
Willard then? This isn't a passing thing.
but just
honey.
a good female baddie.
It's not like just a wind
Or just a
passing
brunette.
through. We've got to
Yeah.
do something.
Boom.
That's how Hollywood sees baddies. Well, he won her over with whatever he said. I should have been listening. That's
I just don't want you to go out there.
that's nice, isn't it?
Hey,
I can't say I'm invested. Hey, I'm going to definitely be alive in 10 minutes. Don't you worry.
I'm just showing no use at all.
Is he doing all right? His eyes
We've got work to do.
are telling me he's got other issues going on here.
Yeah.
Is he getting a bit too turned on by this? Yep.
Yes.
Spotted it, mile off.
As Michael Caine says, if you blink too much, you look weak. And that guy was having a blinkathon.
He blinks so much the zombies are a mile away now.
Yeah.
We better get her downstairs.
We have to go downstairs now, Barbara.
I think he heard.
She's right. You have to go downstairs now, just for a little while, until we get it back. Then we can all leave.
Oh, I'd like to leave. Yes.
Wow, she's really... Honestly, stoned. I'm telling you.
What's he got in the box?
Yes, I'm in shock. Yes, that's what it is. And I'm also really hungry.
She's polished that fruit off hours ago.
Yeah.
Good luck.
When are they going to start welding panels onto a car, like in the A-Team or Mad Max? I want them to make a zombie mobile.
Find me some panels, and then Barbara comes out with like something that's the size of a plate. Ugh, Barbara again.
Yeah. Yeah, it was never addressed how rubbish her wood gathering was.
What?
Don't worry, I'll be fine. I'll be as fine as Dylan Moran in Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, you don't want to rip the curtains. Get them out of the way.
His name's Jim Expendable. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to make good choices and definitely live till the end.
So the one with his shirt off has let himself go since the earlier scene.
They've been eating caterpillars. Okay. Ooh.
Nice. Would have been better to hit one, but let's not worry about it.
Yeah, I do want to see one on fire, but again, these are the problems of budget. Is there are certain things you know you're not going to see, I think. Ooh. But again, look how dangerous it looks. Because you could just tell there's no... Oh, there's something. There you go. Hey! It's a fire gag. Well done.
Right.
They've been lured away.
That's it. Undress them.
Oh.
Embarrass them.
Muscles. Protein shake.
He is
Gains.
he looks the tastiest unless you're going for brain.
Yeah. Yeah, they clearly don't eat brains. If they're all, centering on the car.
Oi.
She's between a rock and a hard place.
Come on!
So she ran out. The bald guy shut the door, and he's the bad guy.
Yeah. That's a movie dialogue trope that I hate, is like, come on! As if you would have to ever tell anyone to run under these circumstances. Like, follow me! Run!
I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
We've spoken about Doctor Who in our personal life, but that was my problem with the Jodie Whittaker thing, is that the way the character's been really over-explains everything. And in the last series, there was a bit where she was reaching down off a plane, and she said, "Come on, I need to grab you to pull you in the plane."
I believe I remember that bit too. It's when you think, is this for, like, 3-year-olds? This is like Octonauts levels of dialogue.
It's so they don't have to hire someone to do the audio description.
Yeah. It's a submarine, which is a kind of boat that can go underwater. Get in the plane, a flying vehicle. If anyone wants to pay us to do commentaries for Doctor Who, pay us, like we're getting paid to do this, then the episodes are not long enough. We'll have to watch it half speed to get all our opinions in.
Many opinions, often not worth listening to. Oh, this guy.
What? Oh, man.
He sprayed early.
Was that just was he just trying to get it in the...
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
There's the metaphor for why their relationship's not working.
Yeah. You can definitely claim it happened in during the battle if you just want to shoot him. It's like, whoops.
The car's on fire. Let's drive it away, quick.
Have a, quote marks, hunting accident. Bang. Right in the t-shirt.
So he's screwed.
Yeah, have they just driven fully off? No. You bet on the wrong horse there, Jude.
Yeah.
My jacket's caught.
Did she just say her dick is caught?
Whoa!
They never explained that.
Cars do explode. It hit the nitroglycerine tank.
Fast and the Furious, like the only film franchise that has a ball man who's not evil. Again, shoot for the head.
Nicely timed. You must know by now. I mean, shooting them is not the most efficient way. I think get an axe and run at them. Yeah, they're scared of fire because he's got nothing else in his toolbox.
How is he going to get back? Oh, another one turned up.
Are we ever going to see her brother? I want him to turn up. I'm so unsatisfied.
He's probably zombified but can't find the place because he's not wearing his glasses anymore. And they were quite thick.
Yeah, he's not going to turn up and the woman upstairs isn't going to animate.
I mean, I suppose they're not going to animate the woman upstairs because she don't have a face, and that actually would be really difficult.
Yeah. Again, you know you're not going to see that move because it's beyond their skills.
I mean, the same sort of thing looked a bit ropey in the first Terminator when they had to try and make Arnie's head move when it wasn't his head. So there's no way they were doing it back here.
No. Just nail it back on. Well, 2 less mouths to feed. Bright side of life.
What's their deal? Oh, there's your other punch.
Badly. Oh,
2 for.
What's that? For shutting Judy out of the house? I'm not fully... I want to punch him too, but what are the specific reasons?
That's a lot of punches, isn't it? I think we got the point across.
Wow.
Drag you out there and feed you those things.
Still, I mean, for that many punches, to have a slight nosebleed, he's tougher than you think.
A woman would be unconscious by now.
After just one of his punches.
That car's just burnt out. Also, I want to see Judy in T-shirt as, like, crispy, burnt zombies. Covered in like black cornflakes.
Her hair would have gone up a treat as well because she didn't brush it like he did.
All that. What's the hairspray in the gold cans?
I mean,
Elnet.
You're really asking the wrong guy, aren't you?
A helmet of Elnet. Oof, gone.
I mean, if you're into eating humans, they've been cooked. Oh, they're having a try.
Yeah. They've been eating raw meat all day and not really being that into it. And now they're cooked. They're like, oh, this much better. Why they talk like cavemen, I'm not sure. But ugh, ugh. Ugh.
Oh, off the bone as well.
Yeah. I've seen these shots before, and it's quite disgusting.
You don't want to eat the back of the hand. Like the forearm, you'd eat the underneath bit.
Yeah. Don't go for the hairy, don't go for the crackling.
Yeah. These zombies are ready.
Scratchings. Oh, it's been a rough day.
She's going to moan about her headache.
It's 3 o'clock yet. There's supposed to be another broadcast at 3 o'clock.
10 minutes.
Oh.
As if they would ever stop
10
broadcasting.
more minutes?
Now we'll leave you with a little light music. We'll be back at 5:30
We
with...
can leave.
It's in the days before rolling news, though.
Oh, we better leave soon.
Yeah.
It's 10 minutes to 3.
He's going to shoot her.
You know anything about this area at all? I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
Google Maps.
I don't know. We were just trying to get to a motel before dark.
She got her lines written on a bit of paper behind that door.
You think we can get it back?
We were
Where is it?
just trying to...
Far away. Seems like we ran.
like Marlon Brando, just write it in all the drawers and on the backs of
At
things.
least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
What?
You're going to carry that child a mile through that army of things out there? I can carry it.
So the dead brother has the keys to the
What's
car
wrong? Get her.
that's only got bodywork damage to
One
the
of those things
passenger door.
grabbed her.
Bit her on the arm.
So now she realises you can drive a car
What's
with a
wrong?
dented door.
Who knows what kind of disease those things carry? Is she conscious?
Zombosis.
She can't walk. She's too weak.
Well, one of us could try to get to the car.
You're going to turn it over by yourself?
You can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.
They're not listening to the ramblings of the madwoman. Oh,
No.
You have a car? Where? Where is it?
You won't be able to start it.
Yeah, I know. But where
she
is
is
it?
How
absolutely
did she?
rat-faced.
We really should have paid attention when she got that car going, because I don't know.
I think she couldn't find the keys. So she just took the handbrake off, which should have been the slowest high-speed chase of movie history.
Yeah, she just sort of roll started it. Okay.
Being monitored
He's getting into it.
closely by scientists at all the radiation
He's
detection
like, cook mine. I
stations.
want a ham hock. I'm
At
not
this
eating any
hour,
raw liver.
They report the level of the mysterious radiation continues to increase steadily. So long as this situation remains, government spokesmen warn that dead bodies will continue to be transformed into the flesh-eating ghouls. All
Okay.
persons who die during this crisis, from whatever cause, will come back to life to seek human victims.
You say from
unless their
whatever
bodies
cause, but I
first
think
disposed
Judy and
of
Tisha
by cremation.
probably not coming
Our
back
news
to life.
cameras have just returned from
I
covering such a
guess.
search and destroy
There's
operation.
not a lot of them left.
This one conducted by Sheriff Conan McClellan.
But you see the same thing in The Walking Dead, like how decomposed your zombies can be is directly related to how big your budget is. So in later seasons you get ones with no legs, and then you get just a head doing stuff and going nyang, nyang, nyang.
Do you think there's in the development of a TV show, there'll be a conversation that someone has at some point about hiring actors who might not have all of the usual number of limbs and body parts?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a guy in Shaun of the Dead, the very first zombie who's wearing a wedding suit who busts into their house. He is a guy who lost his arm in a motorbike accident. And Simon Pegg talks about. He was talking to this guy who was saying, I basically spend my entire life recreating like the worst day of my life because I always have like a ragged bleeding stump where I lost my arm. But that's my career. So yeah, if you're like a double amputee or something.
Get in touch.
You get to be, body double on Forrest Gump type stuff. But yeah, that must be so weird, adding gore to a real stump. That's a socially awkward.
6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no.
We'll have to keep an eye on the media
They'd pull your
careers.
toupee off.
If you don't get yourself a club or a torch,
Actually, that is an impressive level of weaponry.
Well,
Yeah.
Chief McClellan, how long do you think it will take you until
Not
you
many
get the
people
situation under
can pair a bandito with a pork pie hat, but this guy.
Are they slow moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Well, in time.
What, is he the
would you
chief
say
of
you ought to
something?
be able to wrap this up in 24 hours?
Well, we don't really know.
And how drunk should you be? Pretty drunk, I'd say, Bob.
We're working our way
Pretty drunk.
up with the National Guard over there, and then we'll be able to give a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief McClellan. This is Bill
Yeah,
Cardell,
he's the chief.
WIC TV 11 News.
That thing's not plugged in.
Bill, for that report.
What, his hairpiece?
Decline
No,
to speculate as
it's
to
not
how long
plugged
it
in.
may take to kill off.
Keeps him free of COVID, though. Been wearing a hat ever since I heard about that. Uh-oh. They cut the power.
Someone pulled the drama lever.
Is the fuse box in the cellar?
It got so dramatic in there.
It's not a fuse box issue, what it? What are the chances of that?
It isn't the fuse. The power lines are down. Helen?
Okay, no more radio. No more telly.
Haven't you had enough?
What? 2 people are dead already on account of that guy. Take a look out that window.
If the power's gone, no one's going down to the cellar. No natural light down there.
I've remembered.
You're screwed.
Yeah, you got a point. It's a good job the youngest daughter is kind of out of it, because she'd be screaming and crying and causing all sorts of bother. A kid that age is of no narrative use.
No, the kid of that
Just
age.
keep her unconscious.
They only bring kids in like that for the sequel when they really want to ruin something.
Yeah. Newt.
The mummy returns with a kid.
Yeah.
They're good with the bricks.
Bit half-arsed though. I can't see him getting the planks off.
So, the planks don't work for the windows, but they do work for the door. Because the boarding up is not trying to hold the door in, it's trying to stop it move. So, I think what you got there is a class. You got a class 3 lever. And
okay.
Force times distance is the energy required, or the other way around. Can't remember.
I'd like a scene where he stops and with a marker pen he explains all this on the wall.
If the hinge is the fulcrum, then all we need to do.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to stay up here now? Helen, get in the cellar.
If you want to go in the basement, dude.
Move!
They are not going to get on, but again, now you're in a tricky situation because you can't kill him, because 10 minutes later we'll be coming back trying to get some brain action. Uh-oh. He's not listening to my wisdom.
But I think...
Idiot.
Whoa! He did it! I'm shocked.
But also, he was told by the news. You've created a zombie inside the house.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure the script gave him sufficient cause. Like, there's a scene in War of the Worlds where this vicar goes crazy and he's shouting. So if he keeps shouting, the aliens are going to find them. So the hero in the H.G. Wells book just strangles a vicar and he's like, I had to. He was a noisy fool. No remorse at all. But this is just... I don't know. He wanted to go in the cellar so much that I shot him.
Instead of letting him go in the cellar. I think he might have been shot because he's bald. I think you're right. You've uncovered the true story of prejudice in this film.
Well, it's like COVID. The hair deflects the bullets. You need to do a Rob Brydon and look after yourself.
She's not helping, is she?
Get your scalp reinforced. No, she's just pretty much dazed from start. What's her arc? Oh, is she learning to do? Is she growing in strength and somehow? Here we go.
No, she's going to try and headbutt their hands.
She's shouting stop.
Plot twist.
There you go. There you go. Good, good, good. Karen. It's me. It's Mummy, Karen.
I know you can hear me. I know you're in there.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen this bit. Oh, zombies who can use tools.
But whatever you do, just keep lying there.
Lie very still. Stomp. Oof. Oh, that's not sharp.
God, that cellar's bigger than we thought if it echoes like that.
Yeah.
But really, an estate agent would have mentioned. Listen to the echo in here. Ooh.
Running her through an amp. I wonder if that's chocolate sauce like in Psycho. Because red blood doesn't look red, it looks grey, so they have to use chocolate sauce instead.
Also, I suppose it's easier to find chocolate sauce than blood.
True. This is so low budget, she just had to bleed.
There he is.
There he is.
Reach inside his pocket.
Dear.
Get the keys out of him.
You've seen zombie films, you know he's not your brother anymore. Kill him. Put him out of his misery. Oh.
Oh, that's not gone well.
Yeah, she was the Dylan Moran. She's the one who disappears into the sea of hands. But I reckon she'll come back with a peg leg and an eye patch, looking all kind of battle damaged and cool.
And she's time travelled, so she spent a lot of time to learn martial arts.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, come on. They're not even that much stronger. We know from his earlier scenes he's willing to hit women. He'd smack her across the face.
I think he would. Now, not to rewrite the film as we're watching it, but I think if they'd played the zombie little girl card a bit sooner, and then the bald evil dad wouldn't let him shoot her daughter.
Yeah.
That would be maybe a reason to shoot him. Or maybe he gets shot by mistake while protecting his zombie daughter.
Yeah, story of redemption just before death. They're always nice.
Yeah.
So is he
But, you know, we've all had the conversation. It's like, if zombie apocalypse happens, just kill me. I'm not me anymore. You know how it works. Don't get all sentimental. Just stove my head in.
Isn't he? He's locked himself in the cellar, ironically, with the guy who wants to be in the cellar all the time, who must be on the turn because he's been both shot and bitten by a zombie.
Yeah. So he's now in the cellar thinking, well, this has shown me I was wrong all along. He spent his whole life shooting people who want to go into cellars. When's this guy going to revive?
Or her, and she's already got a weapon on her, so be careful.
Yep. He'll wave his stump at you. I like this kind of synthy noise. In the head. I thought... He established in the head, right? The guy earlier on who he shot twice, and then third time lucky, forehead, lay down. So, head.
He worked out that they were afraid of fire from just them not going near a headlamp, but they can't solve this one. He's so stupid, he's trying to shoot the guy in the arm. Oh, he enjoyed that one.
Should be doing cool one-liners. Trowel. Trowel be back. I don't know.
Oh, he could just say ho.
Yeah. He's trying to improvise. Like, we're going to kill her with a hoe. Damn it.
Go again.
A trowel.
First position. Trowel.
Pickaxe to see you. Shovel off. Ooh.
They've heard something.
All the extras have forgotten what they're supposed to be doing. Someone's just said lunch. Come back in an hour, everyone.
We're staying in character. Good. Okay.
And I bet they didn't know how many had turned up. It's the kind of thing where you phone around and say, hey, there's going to be beer and sandwiches, so please come down if you want to be a zombie. And you've asked about 300 people, and you get 40, and you think, it's not the group we wanted, but okay. Oop. That's the classic. That's the only thing that saves you in a zombie film is a helicopter. That's escape.
Which they probably just invented.
Yeah. The rednecks are going to shoot at it thinking, it's one of them aliens. What is that thing?
No one's going to be probing my anus. Whenever I like to imagine
I'm stereotyping there.
The southern, yeah. Whenever I like to imagine the Southern American stereotype, I actually prefer the softer kind of. Why I do declare.
Yes, the mint julep kind of mendacity. No, I like the tobacco chewing sheriff out of Cannonball Run and the one who pops up in one of the James Bond films. Just real like, I say, boy. I'm just a good old boy.
He didn't get through that many bullets.
Stay with it till we meet up with the National Guard. One of the volunteers, you're doing all the work.
He doesn't like the look of it when it's empty, so he's keeping them all in there.
3 or 4 more hours, we'll probably get into Willard Den. I guess you can go over there and meet the
He's not acting like he.
I find a good way to win the respect of the local community is to have a load of cigars in my hat band.
All right, Steve. Tell him we're going to stay with it, and
I'll stay here and comb my hair. And
appears to be under control.
So it's the next morning. Are they?
They're basically fine.
Yeah.
So the danger's over. Everything's fine. Our hero very much alive.
What could possibly go wrong? Our hero who shoots people for no good reason and hits women. It was a different time.
I told you they get some things right and other things that still need work. Rough edges.
Oh.
Of course, in future we'll be watching movies and all the heroes will be using single-use plastics. They'll be like, look at that scumbag! Chucking that crisp packet away.
I need you down there by the barn.
Down there by the barn.
There's a lot in this film that doesn't need to be there. I don't know what just happened, but we didn't need it.
He's the least authoritative man.
Yeah, sure looks like it, Tom.
Yeah, we're all slightly smiling like non-actors tend to do when given dialogue. Bit smirky. Sound of sirens. That's the sound of safety.
But
there we go. Oh. Now they die.
Oh.
They're having a right laugh. This is like the best day they've had all year.
It's better than beer cans.
Yeah.
Oh, managed to get shot in the chest and grabbed his eyes.
Get up here. Nick.
No, that was regret at having worn a white shirt.
No.
Out chair.
Okay, so...
Oh, just get it over with.
1950s America, there's the police.
Yeah.
They see he's an armed black man. Yeah, okay.
You drag that out of here and throw it.
But as I say, thankfully, the lessons
All right, go ahead down and give him a hand.
have been learned.
Check out the house. There's something there. I heard a noise.
Films do change things. Sorry, I'm only being as nihilistic as this film is. It's not. You can't blame me. There you go.
Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
Done.
Okay, he's dead.
Okay, that's the end.
I say we shoot zombies and people, and that way we make sure we got all the zombies.
Yeah. When in doubt, shoot everyone.
With a hook.
Now, I happen to know the lead of this movie, it's a bit like the Ripley and Alien effect, where that character wasn't written as a woman.
Yeah.
This character wasn't written as a man of colour, but they had open auditions and they just picked him because he was the best actor. And that is why there isn't specific racial tension in the dialogue between the characters. God, are they taking him away with hooks? Jeez Louise. Oh, I guess they think he's a zombie.
Yeah.
Chilly Billy Cardile. It's like, can we miss out your nickname because it really spoils the mood of the ending of the film? Nope. You got to put Chili Billy.
Everyone knows me as Chili Billy.
It's like, I really don't want that nickname on screen at the end of my movie. No.
I'm seeing Richie turned up quite a few times in the credits. Nepotism.
Yes, that family. That family helped out a lot.
Nepotism.
Okay, have we hit 0?
Yep, done.
It's frozen. That's all I've got.
Yeah.
Not to the end. I suspect there isn't a post-credits sequence. That's just my...
Bloopers.
Yeah. Tony Stark comes in and says, I'm setting up an initiative.